Both players are ready. And let's get going.
We are off. All right.
Bit of a slow start over here.
Classic start though. Nice APM chaining from Turtle here. We're starting to see some back-to-back get built.
Yeah, Vince starting out offensively.
Turtle but Turtle's in a really bad situation here with no back-to-back. Oh, but Vince with the misdrop.
Just fine and misdrop.
Ah, that was so unfortunate because Vince had 18 surge, which would have easily been a kill spike.
Oh, but we've seen players survive like 30 surges with not obviously defensive wards. So I wouldn't say 80 surge is like nowhere guaranteed to be a kill.
It's not guaranteed to be a kill, but of all people, Vince could make it a kill, you know?
Sure.
Oh, but we have the situation kind of reversed right now. Wow. Great down stacking from Vince there. Just getting rid of all of that.
Good defense.
Oh
yeah, 20, 30 spikes are just nothing to these players. Not the kind of situations we're used to from commentating ETNs. Our European Tetrio monthlies that we usually do on this channel. But I do feel like both players are...
oh my god, did you see what Vince just did?
Yeah, beautiful all clear from Vince.
Bro, does it two all clears? And with back-to-back. That was so beautiful.
Beautiful spike from Turtle, but...
If
Vince
only
so
our
far
all
dealing
clears
okay with it,
something.
not gonna have the stats. Not gonna have the stats stack anymore.
Oh my gosh. I've been only looking at Vince just now, but Turtle really just like does not let down. Like there's such an overwhelming amount of garbage coming from Turtle's side that it's kind of absurd. Like that was what, a 2-minute round, and that was like 220 APM. Both players seem to be taking their time here. Oh
yeah, from what I'm God, these headphones are awful. The delay. So from what I've been able to see, it looks like both players are kind of holding back their speed. Not sure if this is just them trying to feel each other out or what.
I mean, I definitely saw a lot of misdrops on Vince's side in the past few rounds. So maybe he's trying to get rid of nerves.
Yeah, perhaps the nerves are also a factor, but right now, not really sure that these players are just doing their max potential. Very likely also just intentional in order to feel out their opponent.
But these rounds aren't like long. Like they're not. It's not become like a war of attrition. There have been upsets, so that's why I'm thinking there's some nerves at play, as well as just trying to fill each other out, I'm guessing. Man, that was a really nice like down stack chain from Vince there, but Turtle did not feel any of that. Like nothing happened on Turtle's board.
Tons of cheese on Vince's end.
What? Turtle
What the hell are these setups?
I forgot what that's called. Like
oh, and the down stack, he does find it.
Oh, holy
but
shit!
Vince manages to get that ice spin into the well. And that's a very dangerous position for Vince right here, but if anyone can get out of a situation like this, it's Vince. And as we're seeing, Vince should be out with the clean at this point, but
yeah,
Turtle's building the back-to-back. Not breaking yet. Turtle uses the back-to-back offensively. but not
Yeah,
enough to
but
kill Vince.
it was not enough. You need much more than a 14 surge at this level.
Now Turtle forced to break, manages to tank, but this
Oh.
board seems very difficult to downstack.
Very much so. That was really, really consistent from both players throughout that round. I think we're starting to see roughly what 3.7.
Yeah, Vince with this timing in the early game. Interesting to see Vince adopt this like extremely defensive playstyle.
Not only that, but the amount of times Vince opts for like an all spin compared to, you know, trying to make a TSD out of the stack, like right there, is very interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't actually translate to back-to-back.
With Vince in particular, the kind of player Vince is, he's really good at all spins.
Yeah.
So previously in season 1, he would get rewarded by being able to get out of situations much more easily, as the downstack vision is much better than most players.
Yeah.
Whereas in season 2, it just ends up giving some back-to-back. Turtle here, is this a moment to calm the nerves? Perhaps?
It does.
But yeah, Vince just kind of gets rewarded with free back-to-back here. A lot of Vince's misdrops are just cleanly fixable without having to break now. And that's definitely a little bit of a buff for Vince.
Vince with... Aw. That L spin was kind of genius. It's really, really clean stacking from both players.
No, but this ultra defensive playstyle from Vince is not what I really expected going into the match. Because Vince is known for his good defense, but the kind of ultra long playstyle is really reserved for players like Shark, for example. It feels more like watching Shark play than watching Vince play right now. Oh, and bad eye misdrop from Turtle.
But
yeah,
we are seeing this work out like quite well, because Turtle has not taken a round for what, the past 3 rounds.
Yes.
And that was as soon as Vince adopted this defensive playstyle, because you did see Vince try to kind of go for it in the beginning of this set, but then he realized like, oh, okay, this is not gonna work. And
okay, this is a bad board for Vince, but how does he get out of that board? With the
there was a
coming
down
through?
stack,
What is
thankfully.
this? That's some crazy down stacking coming out from Vince. Doesn't go for that T-spin, that's interesting. Turtle finds the 7 combo down stack. Vince not going to feel it much. Okay, now Vince is starting a bit of a back-to-back here. Suki decides to keep it, no goes for the break.
It has to break it. It's very interesting the way Vince is integrating all spins, because they seem to almost take over some of his like thought process.
All spins do make sense as a defense player. Let's see Turtle get out here first. Oh, the S piece.
Oh, that was
worked
beautiful.
out for a good donation, but not for the down stack.
Yeah, well, what I was trying to say is like, instead of like looking for ultimates in a down stack, Vince is actively just looking for ultimates in general.
Yeah, that's true. What the all spins, what you can do as a player now is you can actively increase your back-to-back without sending your opponent free clean to counter spike you.
That is very true.
So strategically, just looking at Vince's play, he's just giving Turtle cheese as much as possible, while not giving them the opportunity to counter spike anything.
And
so
you can literally see that.
Turtles had to build a lot of their back-to-back, and they on their own, just like sending garbage. And Vince is making very good use of the downstack ability.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw Turtle's board at the end of that round, there was clearly a layer of cheese just blocking them from downstacking.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of benefits from playing exclusively all spins in season 2. Oh, beautiful setup from Vince.
TSC tower. Breaking back-to-back at both sides, so we've kind of equalized here. Once again, Vince is taking it so slow. Like, okay, we're saying slow. but it's like still like 3.4. But still, it's like
I mean, for these players, that is slow though.
it is slow.
I'm not sure Turtle intended that tuck to go like that. Manages to clean it up though.
I cannot believe Vince did not go for C-spin.
Yeah, no, Vince is definitely playing all spins over here, trying to stifle Turtle by yeah, Vince is just not giving
so
Turtle
interesting.
any ammo. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Turtles have to build their attacks like from scratch. No counter strikes available. And if you don't do it for long enough, Vince is just going to send you the big Season 2 surge.
Yeah. And with this, like, Vince is not even like required to even save up back-to-back. I mean, it does work occasionally, but Vince will literally break back-to-back sometimes in the middle of the all-spin chain, like right there.
Oh, and you see how that works. Turtle is just at some point the surge just becomes large enough. And look at all the clean on Vince's side as well, right? So Vince gets to build a lot of back-to-back without having to worrying about counter spikes, and at the same time gets the clean to finish Turtle off with.
We are really seeing like kind of a new side of Vince here.
Definitely one of the players that I feel has adapted a little bit better to Season 2 than most others.
Interesting. I mean, but when I did think of like when Season 2 did come out, I thought like players who would really do well. Vince is one of the first ones that pops into your mind because like Vince already had all the all-spin knowledge.
Turtle though building this large 23 spike.
I'm sure Vince will be fine.
Releases it. Vince
we're good. Oh,
Vince was actually in a good position to defend it, but the surge was just too much.
The surge was too much.
Simply too much.
I guess this means like 30 is like kind of almost a hard limit.
But Turtle did have plenty of clean over there to send that surge with. Vince
I see.
Definitely making a mistake there. If the game plan is to send mostly cheese by playing all spins, that there was definitely a misplay from Vince as well. Even though the defense on Vince's side was doing pretty good. Vince 2 PPS? Hello?
2 PPS is crazy. What's really interesting is we haven't seen like the most complex T-spin setups from Vince. It's mostly just been all spins.
No, Vince
right?
is quite literally just playing all spins. It's like quick play.
It's really interesting because I'm seeing like extensions that I thought.
Unfortunately, I had to use all the eyepieces flat in the downstack in order to stay alive.
That's unfortunate.
I felt like almost had a chance to live all of that. But just
but as I was saying, I'm seeing like extensions that Vince would have normally taken, but then just like he'll just break it and just go for all spins. It's a very noble playstyle.
Oh, that spin doesn't work, Turtle. That's gonna set him back. Manages to get out. While Vince is building the surge. Okay. Bad misdrop. Cleaned up. Oh, that TP's placement. Weird TP's placement there for Turtle. Gonna set their downstack back a lot. Vince with the surge, but Turtle barely feeling it. Now Turtle's building up a bit of a surge, even though there's so much cheese on the board. That's very greedy. Surge doesn't do much, but Turtle way too high up now. Has a 6 combo to keep him alive. Ooh, okay, bad O placement. Oh, but what's happening on Vince's board over there? Yeah, both players misdropping there. It seems like Vince had a bit of a worse misdrop happening than Turtle did that round. Nerves are definitely in play here. Look at Turtle here, carefully trying to keep this back-to-back to combo it into all of this clean, but oh, it doesn't pay off because Vince manages to just get so much more attack in. Okay, pretty neutral start. Vince with a bit of a larger chain going on. Breaks at 16. Now Turtle's the one with the chain. Ooh, nice Z-spin to continue it. To have an extra back-to-back in there. Okay, Vince surviving this pretty easily. Oh, a little bit too greedy. Doesn't cost the game though. Still very clean going down. Beautiful DT cannon coming up from Turtle. And they're just back and forth all the time. Just going back and forth. Left and right, left and right, left and right. Okay, good using that trackball for defense from Turtle. Vince living this. Beautiful ice spin. The back-to-back heat. Okay, spinning. Turtle forced to break. But none of these surges are enough to kill the other player. The defense from both players has been impeccable. Oh, Turtle with the misdrop. Okay, manages to clean it up in time. Not the most efficient cleanup, but definitely gets them out of the situation. Now they're back into a good board state. Vince. Oh, the Z-spin triple doesn't work out. And Vince, with that spike, gonna take 10 points. And it's match points for Vince. We'll start off with MS2. If you see on the other side, finds the Tetris. Vince. Oh, beautiful L-spin there to get down to the well without having to commit to the greed. And Vince takes the game here against Turtle 11-5. Beautifully executed from Vince with all the all-spins and cheese sending, not giving Turtle a break. And that eliminates Turtle out of the tournament at 5th place, unfortunately.